Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Very funny. A killing joke. An event that causes someone to die. The act of terminating a life. A very large profit. Very funny. Side-splitting antics. An event that causes someone to die. Mark for deletion, rub off, or erase. Kill these lines in the president's speech. End or extinguish by forceful means. Thwart the passage of. Kill emotion. Drink down entirely. She killed a bottle of brandy that night. The act of terminating a life. Be fatal. Cigarettes kill. Be the source of great pain for. These new shoes are killing me. Cause the death of, without intention. She was killed in the collision of 3 cars. Cause to cease operating. Kill the engine. Cause to die. Put to death, usually intentionally or knowingly. This man killed several people when he tried to rob a bank. Deprive of life. AIDS has killed thousands in Africa. Destroy a vitally essential quality of or in. Eating artichokes kills the taste of all other foods. Hit with great force. He killed the ball. Hit with so much force as to make a return impossible, in racket games. She killed the ball. Overwhelm with hilarity, pleasure, or admiration. The comedian was so funny, he was killing me. The body of an animal, or bodies of animals, killed by a person or another animal. The destruction of an enemy plane or ship or tank or missile. The pilot reported 2 kills during the mission. Tire out completely. The daily stress of her work is killing her. The act of terminating a life. The act of making something clean. Baseball. The 4th position in the batting order, usually filled by the best batter on the team. A very large profit. Full of or characterized by humor. Humorous stories. Full of or characterized by humor. A death resulting from an accident or a disaster. The quality of being able to cause death or fatal disasters. A death resulting from an accident or a disaster. The end of a word, a suffix or inflectional ending or final morpheme. The act of ending something. The termination of the agreement. A coming to an end of a contract period. A place where something ends or is complete. Something that results. Event whose occurrence ends something. The proposition arrived at by logical reasoning, such as the proposition that must follow from the major and minor premises of a syllogism. The act of making up your mind about something. He drew his conclusions quickly. A position or opinion or judgment reached after consideration. His conclusion took the evidence into account. The act of ending something. The last section of a communication. In conclusion, I want to say. The temporal end, the concluding time. A final settlement. The conclusion of a business deal. An intuitive assumption. Jump to a conclusion. Event whose occurrence ends something. His death marked the ending of an era. The end of a word, a suffix or inflectional ending or final morpheme. I don't like words that have ism as an ending. The act of ending something. The last section of a communication. The point in time at which something ends. The ending of warranty period. The excess of revenues over outlays in a given period of time, including depreciation and other non-cash expenses. Something that remunerates. They saved a quarter of all their earnings. The excess of revenues over outlays in a given period of time, including depreciation and other non-cash expenses. The excess of revenues over outlays in a given period of time, including depreciation and other non-cash expenses. Make a profit. Gain money or materially. The company has not profited from the merger. Derive a benefit from. She profited from his vast experience. The advantageous quality of being beneficial. The excess of revenues over outlays in a given period of time, including depreciation and other non-cash expenses. Something won, especially money. The excess of revenues over outlays in a given period of time, including depreciation and other non-cash expenses. Informal terms for money. The excess of revenues over outlays in a given period of time, including depreciation and other non-cash expenses. An open fabric of string or rope or wire woven together at regular intervals. A computer network consisting of a worldwide network of computer networks that use the TCP/IP network protocols to facilitate data transmission and exchange. Yield as a net profit. This sale netted me $1 million. Make as a net profit. Construct or form a web, as if by weaving. Catch with a net. Net a fish. Conclusive in a process or progression. The net result. Remaining after all deductions. Net profit. A goal lined with netting, as in soccer or hockey. A trap made of netting to catch fish or birds or insects. Game equipment consisting of a strip of netting dividing the playing area in tennis or badminton. The excess of revenues over outlays in a given period of time, including depreciation and other non-cash expenses. The act of killing someone painlessly, especially someone suffering from an incurable illness. The physiological state produced by a poison or other toxic substance. The act of giving poison to a person or animal with the intent to kill. Systematic killing of a racial or cultural group. Systematic killing of a racial or cultural group. The act of killing an animal or person in order to propitiate a deity. The act of killing an animal or person in order to propitiate a deity. The act of losing or surrendering something as a penalty for a mistake or fault or failure to perform, etc. Endure the loss of. A loss entailed by giving up or selling something at less than its value. He had to sell his car at a considerable sacrifice. Baseball. An out that advances the base runners. Kill or destroy. The animals were sacrificed after the experiment. Make a sacrifice of, in religious rituals. Personnel that are sacrificed, e.g., surrendered or lost in order to gain an objective. Sell at a loss. The act of killing yourself. The act of killing yourself. The act of destroying yourself. His insistence was pure self-destruction. The savage and excessive killing of many people. Kill a large number of people indiscriminately. Kill animals, usually for food consumption. They slaughtered their only goat to survive the winter. A sound defeat. The killing of animals, as for food. Killing by depriving of oxygen. The condition of being deprived of oxygen, as by having breathing stopped. The act of killing yourself. It is a crime to commit suicide. A person who kills himself intentionally.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.